All right, guys, welcome to my channel. Listen, we are starting a series called The Mic is Already Hot. The mic is hot right now. I'm jumping right in. Too many of us are going all in on things we don't understand. And then we wonder why we lose position. Don't overplay your hand. Study the table, study the game that you're about to play. Don't place your bets until you understand how to play the game. Doesn't matter what game we're talking about. Blackjack, poker, real estate investing, any game you're about to play, you better understand it. Now, let me give you some real life examples that really drive this point home. Stop going all in on things you haven't studied. Stop going all in on things you haven't studied because you're going to lose and you're going to lose your shirt. Think about a job. You go all in on a job. You go to indeed.com, you apply for a job, you get the job. Now you're about to relocate, sell all your assets, leave your family, leave your friends, go to a city that you don't know for a job that offered you a paycheck, like a bi-weekly paycheck. That's it. So basically, they don't have any money for you except the money that you're about to make every 2 weeks. You got to think about this. You can't go all in on a job without structure, without studying the company that you're talking about, the position, the people, right? You come in there with no equity. So now you don't own any piece of the business. I'm not saying that you should, but if you're valuable enough to them, that probably should be a consideration if they're asking you to relocate and commit to them, right? No exit plan, no understanding of what you're really building for someone else. You're just happy that they told you they're going to pay you $187,000 a year. They only owe you 1/26th of that, basically 4% of that every 2 weeks. So they just got to pay that. As long as you're working for them and they can unload a lot of the labor to you and you're making money for them, it works. But you don't have any exit, you don't have an exit plan, you don't have any security. Now you're exhausted, underpaid, and you're locked in because you didn't study first. So really think about where we are when it comes to a job and putting all your eggs on that company and on that position. All right. Because once they release you, once they do a reduction in force, once they do a layoff, once they have any reason to let you go, all that time you invested into that company is frankly gone. And the only thing you can come away with is a line item on your LinkedIn and hopefully any unique experiences that you have from that opportunity as well as people. So you got to make the most of it. All right. Number two is a house. Think about what you need to know before you buy a piece of real estate, a piece of land. There is so much for you to know that people don't think about. And most times a house is going to be the largest purchase you ever have made in your life. You better make it wisely because once your money gets tied up into a house, the only way to get your money out is to sell it to someone else who also wants it. And they're going to wonder now, all of a sudden, they're going to wonder why you're selling it. That's just the nature of the way things go. You should have asked these questions. You can't get angry at the seller or the new buyer for asking the questions that you should have asked about the house. They're going to ask you questions that you need to answer truthfully. You should have asked those same questions. You know, you brought you bought your dream house without understanding taxes. Well, that's not going to really work out when you have to pay your property taxes, you have to pay your income taxes, you have to pay your state taxes, your sales taxes. You have a lot of taxes to manage and pay, right? Maintenance on your new house is important. It's just as important as the mortgage, because if you don't maintain the house is going to fall and crumble anyway. So what comes first? Well, you got to make decisions, and you got to be well prepared to manage both. Um, Equity. A lot of people are purchasing homes that don't know about equity in what is equity, and what is equity growth in your property, zoning, and long-term growth and development in the neighborhood. So, we got to think about what these things are. We have to study the lay of the land. And now you can be house rich and cash poor, which is a very tough spot to be in, because you can't spend the money that's in your house, but you still need money to spend, which is very difficult position. And you did not do your research or your homework before you made the down payment. Now, think about number three is a business idea. All right. A business idea. You threw time, you threw money, you threw ego at a business without studying the market, the need, or the system, or your own habits. It wasn't a business, it was a fantasy backed by urgency. Well, guys, before you get into a business, you need to think about what this business is going to be able to produce and generate for you and your family, but also the resources that you're going to have to commit to this business. All right. It sounds good to go and start a collectibles, art collectible business, but at the end of the day, you still have to make money, and you still have to pay your employees. Um, so number four is investing, guys. Don't go all in on stocks or crypto or anything without understanding what you're buying, guys, because the people that are selling this know what they're selling. They know what they're selling, and they want you to buy it. Um, Basically, you're gambling if you're doing something of this nature. Do not gamble with your money. Invest your money, guys. And let me close by saying this, guys. I'm not saying don't play the game. I'm saying study the game. Study the game first. Bet wisely. And when I say bet, I mean everything you do in this life is a bet. So you want to make sure that you are placing your bets in the right place so you put yourself in the right position to win. All right? Don't overplay your hand, guys. That's the key in this lifetime. Master the table. Don't overplay your hand. I'll catch you in the next video, guys. This was my first run at this video, and I like how it went. So we're going to talk about it, and we will see how it goes.